Welcome to Oakleft TV. Today we want to discuss about introduction to chemistry. We want to see what chemistry entails. We want to see how chemistry relates to our everyday life. Now, when you talk about chemistry basically is a tangible science. It's something we can feel, we can touch, something we can experiment, something we can observe every day in our environment, more like the activities we carry out in our lives each and every day. Now, what is chemistry? What does chemistry mean? Chemistry basically is a branch of science that studies matter. So we can say there's a branch of science that studies matter in relation to its composition, properties, uses, and the reactions matter undergoes. So basically, chemistry studies the composition of matter, the properties of matter, the uses of matter, and the reactions matter undergoes. Now, in short, we can say that chemistry is a study of the CPU and the reactions matter undergoes. In short, so basically, chemistry has to study the composition of matter, that is what matter is composed of. It has to study the properties, what is the properties of matter. It has to study the uses of matter and also the reactions matter undergoes. Now, in chemistry, there are basically two types of reactions we need to consider. We have the physical changes, that is the kind of reactions matter undergoes, and we also have the chemical changes. That is, matter can change in two forms, either physically or chemically. Example of this physical change is the melting of ice, while example of a chemical change is the burning of wood. So we can say that for physical changes, the chemical properties of the constituents in that particular molecule are not changed, while in a chemical change, the properties of the constituents are being affected in the process. So that's what chemistry entails. Chemistry has a thin line between biology and physics. So we can say, therefore, that chemistry encompasses everything around us, everything we do, both living and non-living. Now, when discussing about chemistry, we need to consider the term matter. What does matter mean? Now, we can say that matter can be defined as anything that has mass and occupies space. Some people, or some students, have misconception about the definition of matter. Some people define matter as anything that has weight and occupies space, whereas we're supposed to use the word mass. So we can say that matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. Why we use the word mass? Because a mass is constant. That is, mass is fixed from place to place. Wherever you are, mass is the same. That is, the mass of a book in Nigeria is the same as that in Canada. So if I have a mass of a book as 2 grams in Nigeria, it will be the same thing in USA or Canada, anywhere I go. But the weight of a book in Nigeria will vary when you take that same weight of a book, of that book in USA. So weight varies from place to place, while mass is always constant. So that's why we say that matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. And from basic concepts, we know that mass is the quantity of matter in a body. So basically, chemistry studies matter as a whole, what is composed of matter, what matter really entails. So we can say that everything around us is matter. So let's check around us right now, where we are as we're watching the video. Let's check around us. Is there anything around us that we see that is not matter? The sand, the air you breathe, everything, your hair, your hands, the food you eat, the clothes you wear, everything are matter. So that's what chemistry prior into. Chemistry tends to study them, study how you can be able to interact with the environment. So we can say that chemistry is a central science. Chemistry is a central science because it cuts across so many aspects. It cuts across biology in terms of studying microbiology, physiology, and genetics. It cuts across biochemistry, where we can study molecular and endocrinology. It cuts across physics. It cuts across environmental science, where we can study the chemistry of our environment. It cuts across medicine, where we can study pharmacology, clinical chemistry, and nutrition. That is how we feel. It cuts across geology and also astronomy and plant science. So basically, chemistry is a central science that cuts across so many branches of science. And basically, we need to understand that we have 3 main branches of science, which is the physical chemistry, the inorganic chemistry, and the organic chemistry. Thank you for watching this video. We just started a new series on chemistry. So please subscribe to this channel by clicking the subscribe button below this video.